Colt Brennan will play this Saturday when the UH Warrior football team takes on Idaho. That's according to head coach June Jones. At his weekly press conference this morning, Jones ended any doubt about Brennan's availability with that right ankle sprain. He also lauded the efforts of backup Tyler Grunke, who took the QB reins this past Saturday, going 22 for 36 for 285 yards and 3 TDs in a 66-10 win over Charleston Southern.
Tyler played really good. In fact, I'd say in the 5 or 6 throws were all receiver errors on some of the incompletions, and he made some unreal throws. And I went back and looked at 36 throws. He had 3 incompletions that were his fault, and he played pretty good.
Jones also said that receiver Jason Rivers is doubtful for this week's game with the Vandals because of a sore back. Rivers played sparingly this past week, but Jones admitted that he probably should have sat Rivers, who ended up catching 3 passes. He also lost a fumble. Hawaii still ranked 19th in the AP poll, but they moved up to 17th in this week's coaches poll. It's a road game this week. Vandals are 1-3 on the season with a loss to Northern Illinois as well as Washington State and top-ranked USC. Their only win came at home against Cal Poly. Kickoff is set for Saturday, 11:05 in the a.m. Hawaii time. Moving on to the pros.
June Jones this morning, doing his weekly Monday Meet the Media session, gave backup quarterback Tyler Grunke a thumbs up for his effort, filling in for an injured Colt Brennan and leading the Warriors to a 66-10 win over Charleston Southern Saturday night. Grunke threw a pick on his first pass of the game, but finished up going 22 of 36 for 285 yards with 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, plus he rushed for a TD. Now, there was some frustration because it took a while to get rolling, but Jones says Grunke was on point in the second half, and today says he does feel the chorus of boos that were heard were uncalled for.
It's too bad that, I didn't hear the booing, but it really kind of appalls me that that would happen to one of our kids.
Not just Grunke, Jones had high praise for, but in the fourth quarter, Inoki Funaki stepped in and went 6 for 9 for 78 yards and a pair of TDs. Jones says Brennan will return this week when the Warriors play Idaho on the road Saturday, but he's not sure yet about receiver Jason Rivers, who's battling a bad back. And then there's cornerback Ryan Mouton. He had this 90-yard kickoff return for touchdown against the Bucks, but hurt a knee later in the game. Jones says they're keeping a watchful eye on him.
It's too bad that, I didn't hear the booing, but it really kind of appalls me that that would happen to one of our kids.
And that's June Jones' take on the crowd's reception for Tyler Grunke in his start on Saturday. And you know what? I agree with him. There was no aloha for Grunke, who stepped in so that Colt Brennan could nurse his sprained ankle. Keep in mind, it was the backup quarterback's first start in a year and a half, and there was some noticeable trouble off the get-go. Grunke's first pass was intercepted, one of 2 picks for him. But Coach June Jones says once he reviewed the game film, that was one of very few passes that were bad. By game's end, Hawaii had a 66-10 victory over Charleston Southern, with Grunke throwing for 285 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Tyler played really good. In fact, I'd say in the 5 or 6 throws were all receiver errors on some of the incompletions, and he made some unreal throws. And I went back and looked at 36 throws. He had 3 incompletions that were his fault.
Now that Grunke allowed for Brennan to rest, Coach Jones says the Heisman hopeful will be back this week, but UH is likely heading to Idaho without one of its starting receivers. Jason Rivers sat out last week at practice, but suited up for the game against the Buccaneers and saw playing time in the first half, but he wasn't 100% healthy, with his back still bothering him. Rivers finished with 3 catches for 46 yards. Coach Jones says he does not expect the St. Louis grad to make the trip to Idaho on Thursday. If you want more Warrior football info, stay tuned for the June Jones Show right after this newscast. Travis LeBoy got